was the first time you were in front of a turntable and you were like, oh shit?
I think the first time I really experienced seeing somebody experiencing about the turntables, it was this guy that grew up in the project, and he had a mean sound system. And you know, I used to always like to go over to his house to see the sound system. I was amazed at the sound system. And he used to make tapes. Now, not as a DJ, but he used to make tapes, and his name was Otis. And he had a friend, they used to always come and became like a personality. Otis laid down the music, and God come on and be a person. And I was amazed by that. Now, within later on, as they go into, quote unquote, the 70s, the disco era, I'm not supposed to be going to these clubs, but I was sneaking in at a young age. And I was sneaking into clubs downtown like Nell Gwynn's, Superstar Cafeteria. I mean, the list is long. And I started experiencing, seeing all these people that was behind these turntables. It was groups like Pete DJ Jones, a guy named Flowers, rest in peace, Charisma, Plummer and them. And that was the disco era. But by me start going to school up in the Bronx, I went to Dewitt Clinton High School.
Okay.
That's where I went and played ball up there. The guys up there was always talking about this guy named Herc. Who is Herc? So at one night, me and the fellas from the project, coming from Harlem, go up to the Bronx to this place. And as we went to the spot, that's where I saw this big, tall, husky guy was behind a sound system, and I can remember vaguely. It was like he had two Pioneer PL-15 turntables hooked up to a Sony mic mixer. There was no mixers at that time. He hooked it up to a Sony mic mixer, and he was going from one turntable to another. This guy I'm talking about, he go by the name of Kool Herc. And when I was, you know, just being amazed by seeing what he was doing off a PA, Shure PA system, it's not only the way he played, but the selections he played, very obscure sounds. Because, you know, the disco era, you know, it was very popular, very big, along with some R&B and some other dance records combined. But he would take some of that with a twist of other different sounds and play them for the crowd. And the crowd was more like, they wasn't really too much of like a dress-up crowd. See, that vibe at that time where you couldn't go downtown to these clubs unless you was a certain age and you dressed a certain attire. Up in the Bronx, he started a phase where you didn't have to go downtown. You right with him. You dress as you are, even though some guys and some girls may be flashy. They used to call them the fly girls and the fly guys. And these people were just being there and vibing off the sounds that he's giving. So while Herc is playing these sounds, you know, and then when he go into a certain portion of the record, and it was called the get down part. The get down part what made certain dancers just break out and go into a little frenzy on the dance floor, which I have no idea what that style was, which later on become known as breakdancing. But I was amazed by that. So every time from there on, I was always going to downtown, sneaking to the discos on a Thursday, Friday, going to a Kool Herc on a Saturday, and learn the difference of the sound and the vibe.